want that going. Welcome to the Handelabra live stream of Fallout 4.
Well, we are, you know, working on some post-apocalyptic stuff.
That we are. The final capital wasteland. What are they calling it? Is it like the Boston Wasteland?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet.
I haven't got it, and I probably won't play it until like next year. So.
Yeah, I want to get it, but my Xbox One is in the room that, as I was explaining to you earlier, John, has a dead animal in the wall. So I can't go in that room because it stinks.
That's very like you're just playing Fallout right now.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm living my life in the world of
see
Fallout.
if the animal has any bottle caps on it.
All right. So when you guys can hear us, say something in the chat and let us know if our levels are working for you. I actually, over the last 2 weeks, I know we missed a week last week because of traveling and illnesses and all sorts of other things. But one of the things I did in the hiatus was I put some more information in our spreadsheet so that I can get a much clearer picture of who we've been playing and how much we've been playing them and who's the most often and the least often, etc., etc. So in case anyone was curious, our far and away most used hero is Legacy at almost 49% of games.
Interesting.
Yes, I thought that was very interesting. Or, excuse me, not 49% of games. 0.49... Is that a percentage? I don't remember if that's a percentage or not. Yeah, because it's total games divided by total appearances. Yeah, so it's 49%. And then the least used is actually Raw, interestingly enough. And that includes all variants. So if we go by variants, the most used variant in the stream, well, by time since... And so... Let me just back up for a second. These new calculations are all based around how long a character has been available. So that, like... So I actually, technically, our most often used is the Scholar. Because the Scholar has only been available to be streamed for, like, 4 weeks, and he's been on 3 times. So, because if you count, like, the anniversary, etc. So that's why some of these numbers might seem different, or it's like, oh, wait, but that character's only been out for so long. How could they have been used so many times? In terms of variants, the most used variant, not counting the Scholar, is Unity, as just a flat person, variants or no. The second most often used, it looks like, is Argent Adept, and the third most often used is Tempest. So yes, it looks like the using of variants obviously dilutes the pool a little bit for some.
I know those were variants.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you count each variant as a separate hero,
okay,
that's what I'm talking about. Is most often used individual iterations of a character.
Actually, most often used variant.
The most often used... Gotcha. Okay, so the most often used variant would be, let's see here, 0.13, 0.5, 0.13. Super Scientific Tachyon. Nope, sorry, tied with... It looks like there's actually a 4-way tie in variants. We've got... Nope, Haka's not a variant, never mind. So we got America's Greatest Legacy, Super Scientific Tachyon are the 2 most often used, and then the... just underneath that is... Nope, that's not a variant either. Look at that. Yeah, so it's Greatest Legacy and Super Scientific Tachyon are the most often used variant. Yeah, when I said by variant, what I actually meant was if you count each variant as a separate hero. That's what the second calculation is. I'll do another one that only accounts for variants at some point. So anyway, welcome to the Handelabra live stream of Sentinels of the Multiverse. We apologize for taking a week off. But as you always know, the goal of these streams is to show you how to play the game as well as cover strategy that can help you win. And as we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else. The game includes a tutorial, which is also its own app now. That's right, you can get the Learn to Play version of Sentinels, tell your friends, they can try it for free. And that does cover the basics, but on the streams, we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we may play more than one full game in a session. Generally, sessions are expected to last between an hour and an hour and a half. I don't know how often we'll do more than one anymore because it's been really hard for me to get home from downtown when we play 2 games. So the last couple times we've streamed, it's actually worked out fine that we play 1, and it's usually a pretty good game. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iPad, Android tablets, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and you can get the game at sentinelsdigital.com. Before we go any further, I wanted to take a moment here on the stream to give a couple thanks out to our community. We've been traveling, as I mentioned, the last few weeks. A couple weeks ago it was PAX Australia. This week it was OGDE, which is the Ohio Game Developer Expo. And we could not have made those shows successful if it wasn't for some amazing community members. So, John, who was helping you out in Australia?
In Australia, we had a great volunteer, Gil Clark, a.k.a. None Left, who is a speedrunner. I see he's in the chat there. Basically, he made PAX Australia happen. I was sick, and it would have been a complete gong show if he hadn't stepped up and helped out. So I owe him my life.
Yes, well, thank you so much.
Something. I owe him something.
Yeah, John was... I could tell from the meetings I was having with John just how not great he felt. And I can imagine what it must have been like to have to run a PAX with that. And he tells me that without you, as he said, it really wouldn't have worked. So thank you so much for all of the help there. And then on my end, OGDE in Columbus this past weekend, we had 2 wonderful volunteers. Sanvar, who I also see is in the chat. Thank you, Sanvar. As well as, I'm sure you guys will recognize Lou Dolphin, who comes into the chat occasionally as well. And those guys really helped us out. It allowed it so that Jen and I, who were both in Columbus, were able to not completely miss the entire show, or meals for that matter. So it was really good. It was a good time, and thank you so much. Honestly, it's the community that really makes this game what it is. It was with the tabletop, and it has continued now with the video game as well. So thank you, everybody. I will also apologize up front. I am now fighting a little bit of something, so if I cough, I will do my best to lean away from the microphone, but I may be coughing, so you'll hear that in the background. That's all. Like right now.
I heard that.
Yep. Was it super loud, or was it, like, off in the distance?
That was sort of in the background.
Okay, I'm trying. Alright, so, what should we play this week? Let's see here. We'll start with online multiplayer. And I'll make a custom game, and we'll create the game. And I am in the Freedom 5, number 247. John. Alright, so, I'm not gonna lie, I have been absolutely falling in love with the Scholar. I understand why people, why he's everybody's favorite. He can make for such interesting games. He has a couple different really interesting ways to play that I've been playing with. He's just been so much fun to try and discover how to play that character. And I can't wait for you guys to get to play him as well, hopefully pretty soon. We're definitely putting the final touches on Mini-Pack 2 and hope to get that submitted pretty soon. Stay tuned to Handelabra.com to get some information about when that's actually going to be coming out. But on the villain side, who should we play against tonight? Let's see. Akash Buddha, Ambuscade, Apostate. I've been playing a lot the last weekend because of being away and at a show, so I've played, I think, almost every villain at least once in the last 7 days, so I could be open to just about anything. On the villain side, let's take a look at my spreadsheet here. The most often played villain, not counting misinformation, is a 3-way tie between the Chairman, the Ennead, and Gloomweaver, interestingly enough. And the least played villain...
Yeah, I wonder if you might want to adjust how you're weighting those.
It's based on how many days they have been available to be viewed on the stream. So, like, they don't count from the day that they were actually released. They count from the day that we first showed them on the stream. The least played is...
So, when you put in the date for Baron Blade, did you put in the date of the first stream or the release date of the game?
The first stream.
Okay.
Yeah, so well, I put all of the core game villains as the day of the first stream, even if they didn't appear till later on, because we played each of them within the first month. And then each other one is from the date we first showed that particular villain, hero, or environment on the stream. So, the least played, is Matriarch. And actually, Ambuscade is just right around the Matriarch in terms of total amount played.
You can play the Matriarch.
Yeah, we haven't played the Matriarch much. I can understand why, but all right, we'll play the Matriarch. And then, what's a good team to put together against the Matriarch? Actually, let's take a look here. What her? Oh, right. Ugh, her advance is that the cohorts are indestructible. Oy. Not fun.
Yep.
Those are my least favorite cards, I think, in the entire game. And then
basically, you kind of have to be lucky and hope that they don't get played. I think to beat her in advanced.
Yeah, I think I tried playing her on advance once, and both the cohorts came out within the first 2 rounds, and I was just like, oy.
Yeah, if that happens, like you're destroying 2 cards around, and she's at +2.
Yeah.
+2. It's just brutal.
All right, and if we're gonna play against the Matriarch, I will say this: I've been really super digging Final Wasteland, and I could see Final Wasteland, Unforgiving Wasteland, working really well against her.
Yeah, why don't we try that?
We'll try that. All right, and then heroes. Let's see what we got here.
So we want some things to neutralize her damage, like the Wraith, Mr. Fixer.
Yeah, so when the fouls die, she does damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think? You pick it.
Well, I will take the Wraith and Mr. Fixer.
All right.
I'll take Rook City Wraith and regular Mr. Fixer.
Cool. And I'll take Scholar because I've been screaming about how much I love the Scholar. And let's see, what would be another good one? You know,
Haka's good, but it's also like kind of like the obvious strategy against the Matriarch.
Being what? Something like a Rampage to kill all the foul?
And Savage Mana.
Oh, Savage Mana, right. Yeah, that was going to be my first choice because I feel like I don't play Haka very often. And actually,
if you want to play Haka, you can play Haka.
Yeah, let's play Haka, and I'll do Eternal Haka.
Cool.
So we can show that. Have we showed? I don't think we've done Eternal Haka on the stream yet.
We did on the anniversary.
Oh, we did on the anniversary? Eternal Haka?
Where you might not have been here.
Oh, I don't think I thought we had all the variants turned off for the anniversary stream.
Oh, I don't remember. Maybe we did them on. I could be confusing packs and who knows what.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Yeah, it doesn't look like Eternal Haka has appeared on the stream yet. So let's talk Eternal Haka. Haka of Knowledge. Power. Draw 1 card. You may discard 1 card with Haka in the title. If you do, draw 2 cards. So it's a way to play with his Haka of Battle, Haka of Shielding, Haka of Restoration ability by sort of circumventing them and then turning it into a double card draw. I've only played this variant once, so I think this will be interesting. I'll give this a try. How do we feel about this order? Wraith, Scholar, Fixer, Haka?
Yep, that seems fine.
All right. Let's do it.
So we have, I think, we didn't have the final music in for the Final Wasteland, which we do now as well.
Yes.
Last time we showed it. And someone, Real Fan of Fanatic, asked, had we seen misinformation on the stream, and we did do that in the anniversary stream.
That is correct. All right.
But we'll get misinformation back soon.
Yeah. We'll definitely play her again. She's tough, but we'll definitely play her again. All right, let's see what we got here. Rook City Wraith starts off with a grappling hook, micro-targeting computer, razor ordnance, and suit yourself. Not terrible. Scholar starts off, and since he's new, we'll pop these up. Get out of the way. Scholar deals each non-hero target 1 fire damage, then Scholar regains X HP, where X is the number of targets dealt damage this way. Awesome card, especially if you have your Mortal Formed Energy out. Keep moving. Search your deck for an elemental and put it into play. Shuffle your deck, then play a card. This is his impromptu invention. And then there's Mortal Formed Energy. This is whenever he heals, he then deals 1 target that much energy damage. So, pretty cool. Mr. Fixer, we've got a charge. That's what lets him use his overdrive. Is it not overdrive? His strike power twice. Dual crowbars.
That is not accurate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Charge is the deals 1 target 2 melee damage. Excuse me. Overdrive is the one at the other end. That allows him to use the strike power twice. Hoist chain deals damage to a target, reduces damage by that target by 1, and then his dual crowbars that boosts it by 1 and lets him do damage to a second target. And then we've got Eternal Haka. Haka of Restoration, Haka of Shielding, 2 Vitality Surges. So I will be using that new base power for sure, first round.
Yeah, this Haka doesn't deal as much damage. Sure. She doesn't have that base damage ability.
Alright, so the mask comes out, and here come the foul. We got a building of rooks, a kettle of vultures, huggin' and muggin', or munin, as is said, as I was corrected once.
Just munin.
Just munin.
And a lucky dark in the skies early.
Yes, that's a good one to get out early when there's not a lot of foul in the trash.
All right. Well, I think I will start chipping at the mask because it's nice to get rid of that as soon as we can.
Yep.
So Munin is also going to be a problem, but he's only there's only one cohort right now.
Yeah, the cohorts are frustrating because do they each bring the other one back, or is it just Munin that brings?
They each bring
each other back. Yeah, so you got to either get rid of both of them or just leave them.
Well, we can try potentially arrange for the environment to do that. That would be interesting.
Yes. All right, so
You'll want to hang on to that offensive transmutation until we're planning to kill birds.
yeah, so offensive transmutation, Scholar deals one target 2 infernal damage, and then this will stop. This is your throat jab, basically. So it can keep her from dealing damage. I think I'm gonna start. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna start with now. I'll just get Mortal Form to energy out and then skip because one of the main things about Scholar, at least the way that I've been learning how to play him, is that he's not really good if he's got full HP. You got to let him get hit a bit. So I don't want to keep moving and put out whatever his shielding -2 damage card, because then he'll never be able to deal damage back out again unless I use something like Get Out of the Way, and then I lose the bonus from the healing. So, and another keep moving. Look at that. We're not playing advanced, no.
Okay. All right. So we're probably not going to be able to destroy the mask this turn. Actually, we're not, because Haka won't be able to do any damage. But we can, so I can just start getting Mr. Fixer set up, I think. So I'm going to want to have Hoist Chain, I think, out most of the time. So I'm going to play that. And hit the mask.
Alright. Again, I think we're all still full health, so I'm not going to waste a Vitality Surge. I think what I actually am going to do is I'm going to Haka of Shielding for the card draws. Interesting. And then I'll get rid of one of those Vitality Surges, and then I'm actually going to stop. So next damage will be reduced by 2, and then I'm going to use the new power. Draw 1 card, then discard Haka of Restoration, and I'll draw 2 cards. So that'll give me plenty of stuff to do next turn, hopefully. And I get a Mare, and a Taeha, and a Ground Pound. I got 2 Ground Pounds. Awesome. That's not bad either.
Yep.
And out comes the Abominable Snowman. That guy is immune to cold damage, and then he's going to do cold and melee damage at the beginning of the environment turn. And we got a Kindness of Ravens and a Horrid Cacophony. Murder of Crows. Another Horrid Cacophony. I lose my Mortal Form to energy. And there, this damage is boosted by Munin.
Okay. So that snowman's going to take out one of the most likely.
Excuse me. I apologize again for my coughing.
I think I'm going to pump up the Wraith. Continue to hit the mask. Actually, she can just destroy the mask here.
Nice.
Or I could hit Munin if we're going to destroy the mask by other means. Which I don't think is probably the case. I guess Haka could deal it 3. And Fixer could deal it. Yeah, I guess if we wanted to hit Munin some more.
Yeah, I mean, I can get out Taeha and do, what is that, 3 to Munin and the mask.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get Savage Mana out and put the mask underneath it, but I don't think we have enough card plays.
Well, both of those Horde Cacophonies came out. Is there a third? There is not.
And look at the deck.
So, we don't have to worry about that ongoing destruction, at least not right away. Unless Hugin comes out.
Yeah, I think I'll just smash the mask, and we can work on Munin for Savage Mana for next turn.
Okay.
So if you can get Savage Mana out and deal some damage next turn, that will do it. I guess you may as well hit the snowman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll just do that. Another get out of the way. We definitely are going to want to mute the Matriarch's damage dealing and then let me do that. Because that'll take everything out.
Yeah, if you played Ground Pound, we could do that.
That's true.
The problem is, if we want to get the full benefit of Savage Mana, we'd want Hawkeye to kill them, but it's not the worst idea. There's not that many birds that are out right now anyways.
Yeah, and I mean, there's 2 Dark in the Skies still remaining. That could bring them all back out again.
Yeah. Just trying to think of what I should do with Mr. Fixer here. I think I'll put out that Driving Mantis. Lets me redirect the damage. Which can be convenient. And I can only hit the snowman. So I'll do that. Get him ready to kill.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. So I could Savage Mana and then get ready to capture Munin, or I could Ground Pound. Now, I do have 2 Ground Pounds.
I wouldn't bother Ground Pounding now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you how. And we'll start chipping away at Munin. And I'm gonna...
Yeah, and the Wraith will be able to hit him for 4, and that will... Then he'll be ready for Haka to take him out. Safely store him under Savage Mana. So the worst bird here...
Highest, lowest, lowest, highest. Either the...
Yeah, probably.
The Ravens or the Vultures? Probably the Ravens.
Crows.
Oh, the Crows? Okay.
Because they're... I mean, the Vultures is also because they hit the lowest for 2. So if you want to get rid of him. Haka, what would you like to do?
I'll take the damage for now. I did not realize what the mechanics of that Mongolian Deathworm were the first couple times I played, and then I realized what it was. I kept hitting it like I was going to kill it, and then it would disappear, and I was like, what's going on?
to hit it harder.
Yeah. I actually had a really amazing game after I got home from OGDE where I was playing in Final Wasteland against the chairman. And I was using Unforgiving Wasteland to empty out everything of his. And I got down to the point where all that was left, everyone was incapped, except for the Visionary. And the Visionary had Demoralization out and a Telekinetic Cocoon. And the environment just kept cycling and killing everything from the chairman's side of things. But because all he had left then were one-shots, he kept healing up. So it was like, it was a slog where it was like, oh my god, am I going to make it through? I ended up, and I ended up using incap abilities to draw the Visionary's entire hand, or entire deck into her hand. So I ended up destroying one of the telekinetic cocoons, taking a bunch of damage over 2 turns to get out both Twist the Ethers on herself, then demoralizing again and going back in the cocoon and then using that to finally kill him.
Just wait for it to finish.
Exactly, pretty much.
Oh, Carrion Fields, you're annoying.
And it's got so much HP too.
All right, so if I can use throwing knives to get Moonin down to 3, but that's not enough for Hawkeye, is it? He needs him down to 2. So,
well, I can keep moving with the Scholar and get out my what's it called, solid to liquid or whatever, to boost how much, and then get it down by 1 more.
Yeah, I think that might be good, because throwing knives will be handy to have with the micro-targeting.
Yeah.
Because we can probably get rid of that worm. Are we going to leave the snowman for Hawkeye to get rid of, or do we want to lose it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably start whittling on the carrion fields, personally.
Sure.
I actually, and again, it's one of those things where I don't know if this is what other people's strategies are, but when I'm playing in the Unforgiving Wasteland, I tend not to try and kill those targets and wait for Unforgiving Wasteland to come out, and then I let them whittle away at all of the targets that I don't want to have in play. Right. So... yeah, so for those who are following along and aren't familiar with the Scholar, he has 2 elementals out right now. Mortal Form to Energy is whenever he heals, he does that much energy damage, and Solid to Liquid is whenever he heals, the HP is regained is increased by 1. And so when you put those 2 together, 1 HP heal, which is his base power, Better Living, turns into 2 energy damage, which I'm now going to use to hit Munin, take that down to 2, and this will set us up for Haka to be able to Taeha that underneath the Savage Mana. And there's my Flesh to Iron. That's -2 damage, so... The trick with the Elementals for Scholar, for those who aren't used to playing him, is that they cost. I have to discard a card at the beginning of the next turn in order to keep them in play, or else I lose them.
Alright. I'm going to hit the Carrion Fields with Hoist Chain so that it won't be dealing any damage.
Aha! Excellent.
Actually, what I should have done is hit... Can we rewind here? I want to hit Matriarch with this charge, so she gets a -1 also. Because the snowman's going to kill a bird, so... And then I can use Strike on the Carrion Fields. Love that Hoist Chain. Alright.
Alright, now Haka's going to get out the Savage Mana, and then I'm going to Taeha Munin, so that he cannot be brought back from the trash. Yes, I do. And then...
I guess you could get one of the birds if you wanted.
I could. Yeah, and so Carrion Fields is neutered right now. So let's see here. Which one do we think? Ravens? It's everyone except the lowest.
Yeah, I do the crows or the rooks.
So intelligence card deals each hero target except the heart with the highest. Yeah, I'll get rid of the crows. And I'm definitely gonna put it underneath Savage Mana. And is this to me again? Yeah, Haka can take it.
Only 1 damage now.
Yep. And I've got another mare. And what do you think, Rooks?
The Ravens do more damage overall, so. And now we get, oh good, it hits the Matriarch.
Yep.
And Haka, and then it disappears.
Back into
Haka's
the
not the
ground.
lowest. Oh, I like the Ancient Library.
Yes. Yeah, and this is another thing. Is so like this one and Khan's Bunker both. It's like you can use them, but then you got to let the environment play. I tend to just say, yeah, fine, play it. Get those cards out and just keep going after the villains.
Here we can choose Mr. Fixer, and he can redirect it.
Ah, alrighty.
Another Carrion Fields. The nice thing about drawing cards at the start of your turn is you can get some new options.
Yes, definitely.
Which I didn't really get, but oh, and here the bunker appears. Alright, I'm gonna go looking for an impromptu invention. I still don't have a utility belt. And I still don't have a utility belt.
Yeah, but you got a throat jab, which is good. We now have 3 characters who can all stop the Matriarch from doing any damage. So that's good. Especially because if we can get a ton of foul out, I can then and let the scholar keep getting hit. I can what's that one? Get out of the way, everything, clear the board essentially, heal all the way back up, and then blast the Matriarch with it. All right. I'm gonna keep Mortal Form to Energy, but I'm gonna lose the Solid to Liquid for now. And yes, I am going to draw 2 cards. So I get Truth Seeker and another Mortal Form to Energy. The Amphibious Chupacabra comes out.
Yeah, the environment's going to be killing the birds a lot.
So, I mean, I could just Truth Seeker one of the Carrion Fields. Let's see, if I get out of the way, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean that could be better, but that's not terrible.
It'll be a bunch of damage to us.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll just Truth Seeker one of the Carrion Fields. Truth Seeker, straight damage dealing card that also allows him to draw an additional card. And another get out of the way. This game really wants me to get out of the way.
Let's just see all the environment cards. Christopher played a game at PAX Australia where he got all of the environment into play in this environment.
Yeah, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. They were not all in play at once because they started hitting themselves and getting removed from the game. But I had At one point, there was 0 cards in the trash and 0 cards in the deck. The only one that was left was the worm, and the worm kept going back in the deck and getting played, and going back in the deck and getting played.
All right, so I'm going to hit both of these carrion fields so they can't deal damage, I think. And the Matriarch's going to be hitting Mr. Fixer, who's going to redirect it. So I won't be getting pinged by as many things. And there's a grease gun.
Nice.
Now everyone can stop damage from the Matriarch.
Ah, and there's the skunk ape. So I should not ground pound, because we want the skunk ape to take out some of those things. But, so you hit both of the carrion fields, is that what you said? So those are,
yes.
So those can't deal damage, but the Matriarch still can, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You should take out at least one of the birds on your turn.
Yeah. All right, so
Chimoko might be nice. There's a lot of 1 damage going around.
yeah, I'm between that and Dominion, but I've already got a lot of cards, and then Elbow Smash, which will let me take 2 of those. Yeah, Tomoko's probably the better choice. We'll do that. All right, and then Altaeha.
I would just hit one of the birds,
Yeah,
and the environment will take care of the other.
I was going to do one of the birds and then the lower of the carrion fields, just to keep whittling away at that. Unless you have a better idea.
I would hit the Matriarch.
Yeah? Alright. Alright, so let's, yeah.
Stop hitting yourself.
Ah.
Yeah, he goes after the second lowest. Yeah, I don't really care much for a Khan's Bunker, but if you want to keep it, we can.
I mean, it's an extra damage for me. Because I still have my Mortal Formed Energy out, so...
Sure. Like, it usually plays something that happens right away, so we can't plan for it. Which I don't really like, but... So don't bother hitting anything with 2 HP or less, because the Skunk Apes will destroy it.
Yeah.
And everyone gets hit.
You get 1 damage, and you get 1 damage.
You can have the damage back.
Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Pop, 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 pop. And there you go. Vultures. Rooks. Huggin.
All right, I think we can take out Hugin.
Yeah, let's
with Savage Mana, no problem.
Yep. There's your impromptu invention.
I still hadn't drawn. Oh, I did have Utility Belt, so I could do something else here. But I think I have most of my useful equipment anyways. All right. Except for Stun Bolt is the thing I don't have, so that's coming into play. And then Utility Belt. So first I'm going to Stun Bolt the Matriarch. So she won't be doing much. And then I think Throwing Knives.
Proverbs and Axioms, another favorite of mine.
A lot of environment cards. Might play Mega Computer next turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But my max is 29. So that's exactly 12. All right. I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get out of the way.
Well, you're gonna have them get out of the way.
I'm gonna have them get out of the way. All right. So let's start with these guys so we know what we're doing.
This one doesn't really matter.
Yep. Alright, then let's hit that Kettle of Vultures.
And maybe the Scholar can take the damage.
Yep, because I'm literally gonna be healing up 12, so.
I guess we could have chose Hawk up for 0 damage, but oh well.
It's alright. I don't like the Scholar being at full HP, so.
There you go.
And now, yeah, let's choose for me. Pop, 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 pop. And then, oh, Matriarch.
Good combo.
Yes, that's good stuff right there. And actually, let's see. Truthseeker is only 1 or is it 2? It's 2. So I think I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, you could just pop the Matriarch.
I was gonna hit the Carrion Fields, and then that way, when I Taeha, I can steal both the Carrion Fields and Munin or Hugin, unless you had another thought.
I mean, Mr. Fixer can do that to get to 3.
Okay.
I would actually leave the Carrion Fields out so the environment can hit it.
Ah.
But those environments are going to be hitting us a lot, actually.
So I wanted
to want to play ground pound on your turn.
Okay. I wanted to answer real quick. People are having some conversations about more complex heroes in the chat room, and Silverleaf says she's given up trying to learn Argent Adept because she doesn't find him fun enough to be worth it. I do like Argent Adept, but that's how I feel about Night Mist. Every time I try to play Night Mist, I feel like I understand her, and then I start playing her again, and I realize I don't. And so I'm like, okay, never mind. And so I just decide not to play her again.
Night Mist is great.
That's what I hear, but I just cannot flip that mental switch to really get it.
So if you play ground pound, then you could eat up Carrion Fields and Hugin, and the environment won't hit us at all. which probably would be nice.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to decide if I want to draw 2 cards.
I mean, if you're going to ground pound, you may as well.
Yeah, and then that'll be the cards that I... Oh, good. An Enduring Intercession for me to throw away.
And a Death Worm.
Alright, so we'll get rid of the Enduring Intercession. And one of these mares that I'm probably not going to use. And then, yeah. Let's nom nom nom.
Poor Matriarch. This team is, especially with Haka, this team is brutal.
Yeah.
Against her.
There's my wasteland.
Yeah, do you have a copy of Rampage? Take out the environment?
I don't currently. Really? That's all the foul that have been in the trash?
They're under Savage Mana.
Oh, right.
And there really haven't been that many.
Yeah.
We've been pretty lucky. Two cards left in the environment.
Yep.
That aren't in play. Because you haven't put any under Savage Mana yet. No. I guess you only have 2 birds under there. 2 foul. There just haven't been that many played.
Yeah.
They're all still in the deck.
Yeah, I got the cohorts under there, but...
And you don't have a Rampage, so you can't take them all out. Do we have a way to help you draw a card? Proverbs and Axioms.
Yeah.
There's a chance. I guess, and then at the start of your turn, so there's a pretty decent chance you'll draw into Rampage.
Yeah,
So
I have no
copies.
problem doing Proverbs and Axioms on Scholar's turn.
Okay.
Because that'll allow me to do some damage anyway with Mortal Formed Energy, so...
Well, not when you're at full health.
Oh, am I at full... Oh, I am at full health. Darn it. Hit me with throwing knives.
I guess I could.
You could.
I could hit something else with throwing knives.
Yeah, like hit Matriarch and Mask of the Matriarch, and then Scholar.
So what is our... I guess we can't rely on Rampage happening. Is there something else? What's our plan if we don't get Rampage and the environment kills all the birds?
Well, I have another ground pound, so if we
Okay,
don't get a Rampage, I can ground pound again and keep everything neutered for another turn.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll just do that. Then, yeah, I mean, Mega Computer's not a bad idea, but maybe I'll put smoke bombs. Or double stun bolt, and then just stun bolt the Matriarch into submission. I don't know. Suit yourself. Gain hit points. I do want to Razor Ordnance the Mask so that Haka can easily take it out. So I'm going to do that first. And then I'll stun bolt the Matriarch just to be sure. I guess if you play Get Out of the Way again, we'll win. We don't even have to worry about it.
I mean, I'm at full health, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do 1 fire damage to everybody, but I can't do the nuke after.
You can't do the big damage.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll Proverbs and Axioms. I'm gonna keep. I'll get rid of Flesh to Iron, so I can keep that Mortal Form to Energy. Oh yeah, why not? Solid to Liquid, another Expect the Worst. Rat Beaks comes out, which means there's nothing but an Abominable Snowman left in there. And then we'll Proverbs and Axioms. Get a Razor Ordnance, no one to turn loose.
There's Rampage.
Jack Handle, and Rampage!
Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. Oh well. Clicked on the wrong thing.
How dare you steal that from my Rampage?
They're saying don't drag out the game. They want another one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we could probably win pretty much any time.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We do what we want. It's Rampage time. May as well play another environment card.
Alright, is everybody ready to watch my new movie, Terms of Enrampagement? Here we go. Rampage! Alright, first we're going to kill all these environment cards. I'm actually going to do them by hand because I want to do the Matriarch last. So, yes.
I don't think the order matters.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true. Alright.
Then you can use Savage Mana for the win.
Yep.
2 psychic damage will be 0 because she's at -2. Or skunk apes. Everyday duty.
I'm sitting on them. They're very comfortable.
Just that little extra bit of rampage.
Yep.
Send that over to the Matriarch. All right, do you think 36 damage is going to be enough? Now, if you had Dominion out, you would be in the card.
Yep.
Nicely done. Minus 29.
There it is. Aww. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Alright, fine. You want a second game? Let's make it happen. But quick. Custom game. Create game.